It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looking at Minnesota, 5-5 over their last 10 games, but they're not satisfied with 500 ball. Looking to tack one onto the win tally tonight. And Andrew Wiggins from an athletic family. His father played in the NBA, his mother a world-class sprinter. You can see why they call the young Canadian Maple Jordan.
Oh, wow. That's a lofty praise for the young man. I've never heard that.
Jordan.
I never heard that, but he attacks the basket, well enough from the outside. He keeps the defenders off balance. He's developing faster than most expected, but he really has to work on his offensive game if he wants to be considered Maple Jordan.
You know, he has the ability to maple-tize anyone in the league. He finishes hard at the rim. Maple Jordan, I like that.
No, if it meets your approval, then we can run with it.
Pretty good.
Here's Kevin Harlan.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. The Knicks here to defend home court, playing host to the Western Conference. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they fell to the Wolves.
Just looking at the stat sheet, they gave far too many free throws away in that game. Maybe it was the noise in the building or something, but they really looked rattled.
Well, Greg, I don't know if it was the biggest reason for that loss, but all of those misses from the stripe clearly had an impact on that game.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Towns is out there with Boris Diaw, and it's Levine in at the point. Now here's Aflalo. Here's Porzingis. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
And the basket by Diaw. Diaw's got his first basket.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
There's a good screen. Here's Freak. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Levine. Lays it up and banks it in. Levine's got his first basket of the night.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Anthony lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Towns, and so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
And, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And, guys, I think that's a tribute to his work ethic. I mean, it's not by accident that he's enjoying the success he is at the free throw line.
And Towns drops them both.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
And it's Freak missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Bean passes to Towns. Wiggins outside. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Here's Porzingis. Oh, good on the three. The Minnesota Timberwolves come into this one after the win against the Bulls.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
And here are the Knicks now, following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Freak passes to Porzingis. Outside Anthony. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up from 15. And the shot is long. Minnesota leading by 3. Ball going up court. And finished off by Martin.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Aflalo. He's coming off a 25-point game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Wiggins kicks to Diaw. Wiggins outside. This one for 3. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. First and lowest turnovers a game. And they're a top 10 shooting team from the foul line. Pretty good company for that team.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 16-6 run. Feeds to Levine. Passes it to Towns. They set the pick. Wiggins drives in. Can't convert after the good screen. Knicks trail by 10. Pass to Porzingis. And it's Lopez at the elbow. The feed to Freak. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Minnesota.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
That one is no good. Timberwolves leading by 10. Out to the right wing. Wiggins with it. Now Anthony defending. Shoots from 12. And again, Andrew Wiggins. Wiggins has got 10 points in the game.
Just flying up and down the court. 9 straight in transition.
Running them right out of the gym, Greg. I mean, the defense looks like they're ready for a break.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Martin dishes to Wiggins. Martin against the Aflalo. It's rebounded by New York. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Well, you know, they gave the crowd a bunch to cheer about. And when you do that, you put yourself in a really tough position trying to come away with a road win.
Now here's Freak. Following the miss by Andrew Wiggins. Here's Anthony. Cranes the 19-footer. Here's Levine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. He feeds it to Towns. Wide open. And it's good.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Freak kicks to Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. New York moving the ball around. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Knicks trail by 12. Outside Anthony. And the lead is down inside single digits. Anthony's got 7 points.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
Diaw, the screen. Levine kicks to Towns. It's stolen by Anthony. And pushing it up, here's New York. 12 is running. Anthony's shot is off.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Here's Freak. He makes that one drop, only a second and 5 tries.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Anthony against Wiggins. Kicks it to Towns. 6 on the shot clock. Levine, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. Levine's got his second bucket tonight. Knicks trail by 9. Freak passes to Anthony. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. 14 feet away. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. And it's 9 points for Carmelo Anthony. Minnesota leading by 7. Here's Levine. Dishes it to Diaw. The pass to Wiggins. It's good. The assist that time from Diaw. That's 12 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
He tries for 3. And again, New York with the triple. Minnesota's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
And now Doris Burke has up.
Kevin, Derek Fisher had some words for his team over that last break. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony.
Knicks trail by 7. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Levine is out there with Muhammad. Then there's Towns. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Wiggins in at the 3 slot.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Hit the floater. No good. Good D by Lopez. New York with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Cannon. This one for 3. Does not find the mark. He's made 2 and missed 1 now. Timberwolves leading by 5. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Here's Towns. And no good. Trying to use the glass.
They really depend on him to convert those chances. A lot of times, even with solid D draped on him, they expect him to make it.
And we've watched a pretty interesting season unfolding in the Western Conference, guys. Let's check out the standings here. Look at San Antonio. What a season they've assembled here, guys. Perched up there in first place and playing terrific basketball game in and game out. And, of course, Minnesota, 9.5 games behind.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've basically lived up to the expectations so far this season, and that's not really good news for their fan base because those expectations only had them on the brink of the playoffs.
Yeah, which is exactly where they are right now. It's not too late for them to make that kind of emphatic late push that turns a season from average to excellent, though.
Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Cannon. Minnesota also making some changes. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Gorgie Dang, and it's Martin in for Muhammad. Timberwolves leading by 3. To the middle. Here's Towns. Plays it up and banks it in. Towns has got 6.
That's leadership. Really, really valuable to have someone who can just take charge like he has.
Well, there's a certain amount of confidence you have when the ball is in his hands at that end of the floor right now. I mean, he just gives you a sense of calm and confidence because of how good he is.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Porzingis, guarded by Garnett. At the top of the key, Lopez. Shot clock at 6. Here's Aflalo. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Here's Levine. And it's blocked. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Martin the screen. Shot clock at 5. Towns dishes to Martin. 14 feet away. Tries again. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup. And while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not. But sure enough, they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. The Timberwolves shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
One shot. One shot.
Knicks trail by 6. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Levine kicks to Wiggins. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, just take a look at what Wiggins has done tonight. 12 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And he can't make the second free throw either. Missing both. A follow outside. Freak with it. 9 points in the game so far. Clock at 6. A follow the pass to Williams. New York needs to get off a shot. And it's Freak missing. Timberwolves leading by 6. Martin with it. Now guarded by Aflalo. Back to Martin from downtown. And he gets it to go. Martin's got 5.
You know, they've got to be careful not to give a shooter of his caliber open looks like that. 1 or 2 of those are all it takes to really get him going.
And they'll keep possession. Here's Levine. And finished off by Martin.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
And checking out the numbers for Lopez. A strong stretch of play the last shooting percentage. And he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And, you know, that's an impressive accomplishment. He just refuses to take bad shots. That's why he's one of the best in field goal percentage.
Grant, he's checked in for New York. Timberwolves leading by 9. Levine dishes to Wiggins. From 12 feet out. Good for his 6th make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
What handles? He broke the D down to the ground with that move.
Grant outside. Now here's Freak, covered by Martin. Here's Porzingis. No luck. The Timberwolves go the other way with it. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one, and that game will kick off a 4-game homestand. Martin kicks to Garnett. The dish to Wiggins. Passes it to Levine. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Some good numbers here for Freak. He has 11 points and 4 assists as well.
The Knicks have made 2 and missed 2 at the line tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
Boris Diaz checked in for Minnesota. Both good from the line that time.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their approach to the game right now. There's tremendous aggression on both ends, putting the onus on the officials.
That's good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Porzingis passes to Grant. Lopez sets a screen for Grant. He kicks it to Lopez. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Levine. He's covered by Grant. Towns, no luck.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. Pass to Porzingis. Aflalo with it. Now defended by Wiggins. Aflalo, no good.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
This guy is a beast on the board.
And when he gets those second chance points, he does not waste one of them.
And you know what? It's always going to be a powerhouse finish with him. We know that for sure.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers really delivered. He ended with 13 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, thanks, Doris. He's got a lot of positives to take away from that game.
He really does. It was one of his better performances, and that's saying something because we've seen this guy have a lot of good ones.
And you'd have to imagine that he'll be out to build on it, to go one better here tonight.
Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. So for the Knicks, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Lopez, and Carmelo Anthony is subbed in for Porzingis. Minnesota also with the sub. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Timberwolves leading by 9. Feeds it to Wiggins. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end. Anthony's been putting up the numbers. He's got 11 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Timberwolves lead by 17.
Well, obviously things have not gone your way to this point, at least through the first 2 quarters. How are you guys going to get back in this one?
Well, it's a game of runs, right? They came out strong, got hot from the floor, which allowed them to build this lead. But I think we'll be able to make a run of our own when we come out of half. Let's see.
Let's hope you have time to cover it. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen. You look at Andrew Wiggins in this game, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he was in attack mode from the word go. Came out very aggressively in that first half.
Take a look at his shot chart. It looks like the ink spilled right at the rim. No reason for him to settle for anything less.
Freak in at point guard. Anthony out there with Porzingis. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Aflalo in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 for New York right now.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Knicks trail by 20. Freak kicks to Aflalo. Looking for Anthony and gets it there. Lopez, no luck.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge, too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball. And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Lopez sets a screen for Aflalo. Good on the three-point shot. Aflalo's got 5 now.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Diaw dishes to Towns. And he banks in the layup. He's got 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Levine. Lays it in off the breakaway.
That was the 3rd straight high percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
And it's good. And it's now 23 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Yeah, high percentage shots are what they are getting in terms of the attempts, and that's just not going to get it done. They've got to figure it out.
For Minnesota, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Levine passes to Wiggins. Softly drops in the floater. Wiggins has got 25 points.
This is a fantastic run to start this second half.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Porzingis, and the layup's good off the glass. Porzingis has got his second basket of the night.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
They set the pick. Here's Levine. He dishes it to Towns. All we can, let's have a peek at the league's top foul shooting teams over the course of the last month. The Timberwolves, #1.
Kevin, I'm absolutely amazed. I mean, their production at the line has been spectacular. I mean, it's been unbelievable. Well done by these guys of late.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. The feed to Anthony. Down goes basket number 6 for him this game. He's taken 12 shots and made half of them.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Levine kicks to Towns. A follow outside. He feeds it to Freak. Offensive rebound, Anthony. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Just not enough bodies on the glass right there, and they paid for it.
Well, Greg, I know you're a little guy, but you know what it means to box out, and it's an effort thing and a mindset deal. You got to get your body between that other player and the ball.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Knicks City Dancers.
And checking out the numbers for Diallo. His last 10 games, he's averaging 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
On the wing, Wiggins, covered by Anthony. Follow against Martin. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
It's his first trip to the line.
An 85% mark from the line. There aren't too many players in the league who are going to sport a much better percentage.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh. Kevin Martin has been too much to handle. 9 points, and he's chalked up 1 3-pointer on the day as well.
And Clark, I'm sure that won't be the last one. A lot of times he can get hot and stay hot from beyond. Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great job of getting inside and converting around the rim. I really like their aggressiveness.
It's rebounded by New York. Now here's Freak. He's got 13. Anthony left side. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
And the Knicks making a change here. Grant's checked in. Wiggins drawn the double team. 6 to shoot. Here's Levine. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. Kicks it to Grant. Pass to Freak. Lets it fly from 18. And the Knicks miss again.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Diaw, the screen. There's the double team with Grant. Wiggins against Anthony. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And that one misses. Good on the second free throw.
They're doing a great job here in the second half. They've brought their free throw percentage up quite a bit. And that's winning basketball. That's one of the ingredients in winning basketball. Good free throw shooting.
There's the pass to Lopez. Towns with the steal. Martin attacking. Here's Levine. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Freak kicks to Grant. The 3 from Anthony. No good. And Minnesota now the other way.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Martin with the bucket.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Grant dishes to Carmelo. They set the pick to the wing right side. Wide open look. Nice shot by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 8.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Knocked loose. Here's Martin. And, yep, that's going to be a flagrant foul. Unnecessary contact.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
You know, you've got to like the fact that they're getting to the line. And on top of that, they're making.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis, he's checked in for Derek Williams. Marble comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Freaks checked in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Grant in for Cannon. Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Diaw comes in for Kevin Martin. On the court for Minnesota. Wiggins is out there with Muhammad. Then there's Boris Diaw. Then it's Gorgie Dang. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Minnesota making a switch here.
Taking 2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And O'Quinn sends it back. Here's Marble. Terry covering. Passes it to Porzingis. Dishes it to Freak. Shot is off. Good D by Jones. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. There's the dish to Towns. The wide open look here for Terry. Sinks the 3-pointer.
Terry for 3.
And so it's New York with it. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. Grant outside. He kicks to Freak. Shot clock at 6. Inside. The shot's good from O'Quinn.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
For Minnesota, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Jones against Grant. Towns sets the pick for Jones. Off the screen. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
Even though there's a height disadvantage, he's still able to go up and over his man.
Well, he's fearless. I mean, there's nothing that concerns him. No matter what the matchup is, he's a guy that doesn't back down. He's beyond being intimidated.
Towns sets the pick for Jones. Nice shot by Terry.
And an open path to the hoop there. It's easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
Now, Freak. Pass to Marble. Grant, right side. Pass to Porzingis. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Man, he is just really in a flow right now. That field goal percentage has gone through the roof.
Terry outside. One is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
The defender was spinning around like an agitator in a washing machine after that crossover.
I think you're right. Looks a little bit dizzy after that one.
And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his second foul of the game. Bielitsa, he's checked in for Towns. Here's Porzingis. Feeds it to Freak. 6 to shoot. The 11-footer, and the Knicks good for 2.
They've raised their field goal percentage just above 50% here. They actually look like a totally different team than what we saw in the first half. Much better execution offensively.
Outside, Jones. Terry outside. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. It's Bielitsa. No good off the front iron. For New York, they've gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the board.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
They set the screen. Grant the pass to Porzingis. Terry with it, now defended by Grant. And Bielitsa kicks to Terry, and he gets it to go. Terry's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Freak. Terry covering. New York, no good that time either. The Timberwolves have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50%. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Jang a screen. Here's Rudez. No good on the triple. The Knicks shooting it well here in the fourth quarter. 50%. Here, rebound Minnesota. Jang to Bielitsa. Off the rim as that one falls.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Grant, that's good.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Jones against Grant. Here's Rudez. He dishes it to Jang. Terry kicks to Jones. The dive for the ball. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Robin Lopez is checked in for New York. Kevin Garnett is checked in for the Timberwolves. The Knicks have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Grant kicks to Freak. Lopez sets a screen for Freak, and it's Lopez at the elbow. Grant outside. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots. Minnesota with the rebound. Outside, Jones. And he's good on the 3-ball.
Just too dangerous of a shooter to leave alone from beyond the arc.
Jones against Grant. Now the feed to Marble. New York, no good that time either. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Chang with a screen on Grant. Jones drives in. There's the double team with Grant. Out of bounds. New York takes possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
So for the Knicks, Derek Williams comes in for Marble, and it's Barbosa in for Freak. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here.
Yes, I'm here with Kevin Garnett. And KG, how was the motor ignited tonight for the team's offense?
Fueled by the defense. You know, in order for us to win, we have to play some solid defense. And I thought as we got turnovers, as we got stops, you know, we fueled that into offense.
KG, thanks for the time. Guys, he'll go down as one of the best defenders ever.
Doris, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Andrew Wiggins. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight. Kenny, what did you think?
He flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
There's no denying Wiggins has almost superhuman athletic ability. But he's not just raw talent, he's got the polish too. And in case you didn't know this little fun fact, he was the first Canadian to win Rookie of the Year. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
Siamo fragili.
Okay, guys. We need to pick up the intensity. Boston drill. Here we go. All right, fellas, competition time. Beat the pro. Let's go. Okay, we're good on the drills for now. Let's make sure we're getting better every day.
shot recreating some of the best 2K animations. We help you take your My Team to the next level and give you a chance to win some VC with 2K TV Year After. Tune in now.
I like my player. I like the whole storyline. Plus, I'm an only child, so I don't like playing with other people.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we have NBA impersonator B.